because you were drunk and you didn't know what you were doing. Now they had to carry you out of the club because you couldn't walk. Yeah. Hi ladies and welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is kamsinnamani, and if it's the first time you're seeing this beautiful face, please don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button and giving this video a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying it. And if it's not, hi my loves, welcome back. Okay ladies, we are in our robe today. I cannot remember the last time I actually wore like a robe and I came on here makeup free. So you know, it's been a hot minute. But anyway, I'm back with another 20 series video. Sorry. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about things that cheapen your appearance. And I always get a few comments on the word cheap, and I don't know if we have the same connotation of that word, but I just see cheap as not exactly the human being cheap, because that's not what I mean when I say cheap. So I'm going to be like maybe distasteful, but there's certain things that we do as ladies that doesn't portray us in the best light. So don't take that word cheap as I'm not insulting you as an individual. I'm just saying that certain things that we do can present a false representation, a false representation of what we truly are about. And that is really what this video is going to be talking about. So while I talk about that, I'm going to be beating my face with Zaron Cosmetics. So yes, thank you Zaron Cosmetics for sponsoring this video. I'm going to be using all their products to beat my face. I'm actually going for a wedding, guys. That's why, you know, it's just I'm in my robe and you guys will see the final look and everything before the vlog comes out. So stay tuned. I'm also going to be giving a review on the products. I have used them. I used a lot of Zaron products over the years, but there's some new bits I'm so excited to try while I discuss this topic. I will link all the products in my description box below, along with my discount code if you want some money off your order. So yes, please keep on watching. So I'm starting off with the Skin Regenerating Hydrating Serum, and this is basically going to be my moisturizer for this beat. I'm really big on skin prep before your foundation, but also you don't really have to spend so much. So this is a good moisturizer, and it's a bit sticky. Honestly, gives me like the milk primer effect. So yes. Okay ladies, so the first thing I believe can cheapen our appearance or gives off this distasteful vibe is when we drink too much, especially in public. Actually only in public, because when you're by yourself, you're by yourself. There's this saying that any woman can drink, but it takes a lady to know when to stop. So we all have had like crazy nights where we're like with our friends and, you know, we're feeling the vibe and we're drinking. Like alcohol sets the mood. Alcohol just makes you 10 times more fun. And sometimes, you know, we take that overboard and we start to do too much. I think that's my favorite term, doing too much. So it's cute when you're a teenager and you guys are like vibing and you're drinking and you're throwing up and they're laughing and they're making videos, ha ha ha, and like they carry you out and the next day they're telling the story and you don't remember and you stand on the floor and da 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 da. Yeah, it's sort of cute when you're like, I don't know, 17, 18. But when you're like kind of a grown woman and you're throwing up, you know, in your friend's back seat, maybe you even had a wardrobe malfunction because you were drunk and you didn't know what you were doing. Now they had to carry you out of the club because you couldn't walk. That's not giving the vibe. It's not giving. Yeah, or you stood up on the table and maybe they took a video, maybe your underwear was like see, I'm not saying if you don't want to do it, but I just feel like it doesn't present you in the best light. So before I move on with the point, I just wanted to like show you guys what I've done. I've applied the primer and pore minimizer, and my face feels so smooth and literally ready for foundation. Like this gives me a very like airbrushed base for my foundation to go on, and that's how like you get really good skin work with your makeup. Now I'm going to be mixing their Glowy Matte plus Medium Full Coverage Foundation, and these are the shades Leather and Wood. Leather is lighter. I think honestly I can get away with this shade, but I tend to prefer my base a bit darker so I can really like highlight as much as I want. So yeah, where was I? I personally just don't think it's the best look. Again, if this is what you do and you don't see anything wrong with it, do you. Please, do you. Don't let us know in the comment section, just keep doing you, okay? But yeah, if you are not sure, I wouldn't advise that. I just don't think it paints you in the best light. Again, it depends on what you're doing. I feel like sometimes we just copy a lot of things we see on social media. If I see Nicki Minaj doing these things, like literally she makes songs that thrive off of that behavior, so of course she's going to partake in that behavior because it's her business, you know, it's her work. So but if you work at a 9 to 5 and you know, I don't think I'm going to promote you or anything. So sometimes when you see certain things on social media, please be careful and pick and choose what you're actually copying. Or you see certain people abroad who are doing it. Even though, not to say that everyone abroad does it, I know that there are women that don't do it. Like, you can have friends that do it. Again, that's another thing that people always think. Well, I might know people who do this, so I'm just saying, again, we are on different paths in life, and I'm not going to start teaching you what to do and not do, and I'm not going to say and start lecturing them. Like, no, I literally do this because it's my work and I come on YouTube and I want to help people. But in real life, I really couldn't care less. Like, do whatever you want to do. It doesn't really stop me from being your friend, honestly. But again, like I said, there's certain people I still wouldn't hang out with if I feel like that's a big part of your personality. But it doesn't stop me from being your friend. Like, we're cool, but at the same time, I don't have to do what you're doing. So always pick and choose. The fact that your friends do something, ask yourself, are we going to the same place? It's her own, and not to say that she's not going to excel or succeed. She can still do that. Like, a lot of women do that and they're still excelling, but are you guys on the same path? Anyway, so that's it for the first one. I'm really loving this foundation. It's really, really matte. I would say it dries down rather quickly. I added some glow oil and I think that's why I was able to still blend it out. But when you're using it, try. Sorry guys, I was rudely cut off by my battery dying, so in case there's any slight change in my position, that's why. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's definitely medium full cover. I think you can actually build it up if you keep applying more foundation, but I'm going to stop here. I love it. I think I got the perfect match. Again, it's slightly a bit darker. Just go up the lights, might not tell, but I'm going to stop here and move over to concealer. Okay, ladies, so the next thing I think stands a chance of making us look a bit distasteful is gossiping. And you already know it's like a stereotype. Oh my god, women gossip, even though I believe men gossip just as much as women gossip, if not worse. But topic for another day. I think first of all, we all love some tea now and again. I'm not gonna form and be like, oh no, let's not gossip. Oh please, like, that's just, let's be realistic. We love some gossip here and there, but it's very different from when, okay, it comes once in a while or someone's like, oh, let me tell you what happened. You're like, oh, what's the tea, you know? Not that you make it your aim. Like, some people I know that I just know that they just love to be in people's business. Like, you go, not even celebrities, like even people you know, friends, you always want to be the one that has the latest tea, latest gossip. Like, you look forward to it, like you go searching. And so just be a journalist at this point. There's some people that are really wasting their talents. Like, they should have actually joined journalism, because the way they are so invested in people's lives, even people that don't even know them, first of all, it's very, very weird, but I digress. You know, when you do that, I don't know, it takes a lot for people to respect you or see you as someone of value or someone that has something going for themselves. Even if you might have something going, but just like, oh, this woman gossips so much, or this one's always telling someone's business, or it's always in everyone's business. Like, I just don't think it's wise. It just, you know, it doesn't make people respect you, honestly. If they know that's all you do, that's literally all you want. Don't tell, because people can't even tell you stuff, because like, if you tell this one, you've literally told the whole of Lagos. Like, that's not good for your reputation. That's not good for you. And you that is doing it, it's as if you have used this time that you're using on other people's lives to progress your own life instead of procrastinating what you're supposed to do, your task, because you're so invested in what does not concern you. You could have been putting those hours, that time, that credit, that airtime you're using to spread gossip to your own life and your own work, and knowing how you can make yourself move forward in life. Again, I'm not saying that, oh, don't gossip. Like, yeah, we dabble into it once in a while, but for it to take over your entire life, I'm talking, you might just open a blog at this point, sis. Like, yeah, don't do that. Okay, so I just highlighted my face with the Zaron concealer. They sent me 2 concealers, Nubian and Deep. I used Deep. That's funny. Deep is the lighter one. Nubian was basically my shade, so I just dabbed it a little bit under my eyes to, add some coverage. And I went with this, but y'all know I love to highlight. So I'm going to just top this with a lighter concealer just to make my eyes pop. They definitely have other shades, but these are the ones they sent to me. Again, I'll link everything down below. So their concealer is definitely more on the liquid side, so that's why, again, I used a brush to kind of spread it out earlier before I went ahead with a blending brush. Just some tips. With the lighter concealer, I don't take it out there. I just keep it inside my face so that this portion lights up. Okay, ladies, so now for the star of the show is the Zaron Veil Highlights or Setting Powder. Zaron literally just launched their setting powder, and I am very, very happy with it. They sent me the shade. What shade is this? I really love the color. It's not as yellow as the Sacha Buttercup. Sometimes I feel like that one is a bit too yellow, but I like that this is just slightly lighter than the Sacha Buttercup, and I'm not mad about that. Okay, ladies, so the next thing I feel cheapens your appearance or just comes off a bit distasteful is when you're always doing too much. In case you're new here, I really don't like doing too much in any area of my life. But again, I am aware that it's relative. Some people might see me and think I'm doing too much, and like, that's their business, so you're free to say the same. But I'm still gonna share my point. How will I even define doing too much? Doing too much is when you're very dramatic. I think that's the best way I can define that. You're always wanting attention, even when it's just it's not needed. You walk in a room and you're just loud for no reason. There's a difference when, okay, this is how I am, and then when it's just outright rude. So it's like, let's say you come to a place that no one is speaking loudly. Why do you feel you have to be the loudest? Why must we know that you've entered the room? I feel confidence is silent. You don't have to be the loudest in the room before we know you're the most confident person in the room. I feel like lots of times when someone is quiet, that's when you kind of pique people's interest, especially when you look confident or you look good. You're like, okay, so why is she not talking? If you don't even look good to begin with, you didn't present yourself in a way you're supposed to, which is why I do my videos. But if you want to argue, that's on you. But when you present yourself in a really good way, you look good, you smell good, you're like I would like to know what she has to say, not the one that is always yapping. You're like, oh my god, can she shut up? And we know we've all been in that position where you're like, this person is doing that, you're just talking too much. Listen, sometimes it's better to listen. And no one is saying, you're trying to confine women. Stop deceiving yourself. I mean, women also, I'm very opinionated, as you might have, as you can tell from my videos. But at the same time, I just don't think it's necessary that I have to talk all the time. Sometimes I'll keep quiet. And then I'm always like, what do you think? I wouldn't say I'm the type of person that I talk on unless I'm spoken to, but especially when I'm in a new environment, I like to take in my environment. Take it in, be quiet, look. It also stops you from making a fool of yourself because you're not even sure of what's happening. Gauge the room, read the room, know, okay, from certain people here, I'd rather not talk about certain. Do you understand? Like, it's what helps you is people skills. People skills are so important. And when you lack that, it's I don't know, it's kind of like a big minus because it helps you a lot. A lot of people thrive just from knowing how to communicate well with people or how to present themselves when they're in the company of others. Sometimes, let's say you're trying to impress someone or you're trying to get a job and maybe the owner of the company is there. It's better for you to maybe listen to him talk, and from when people talk, you can already note their beliefs most of the time or how they think, and you can squeezing through those loopholes, like, oh, he likes this, let me strike up a conversation. Oh, he likes to golf, good. I can even say, all those things help, but you don't even know anything. Maybe you don't even when you do your research, certain things are not online. So it really helps when you're not doing too much, and when you come into a place, take in the place, look around, absorb everything, then speak. Not all the time. I'm very balanced. I feel like there's a time and place. Sometimes there is a need where you have to come in and, make yourself known so people remember you. I'm just putting out this point so you kind of pick and choose when to use certain skills and when to, keep them in the back burner. Okay, ladies, so I've done my eyes. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit dark, like smoked out on the waterline, and I did a little wing. I can't remember the last time I did a wing. So I'm just going to pop my lashes on, come back, finish my makeup, and give my last point and outro. So yeah, I'll be back right now. Okay, so lashes are on, and then I'm going to go over with the compact powder again. This one in the shade Almond. I think this looks more like my shade. The other one I used to contour, or rather bronze up, because it wasn't that dark. So it's more like bronzing up, and I'm just going to use this Zaron brush to tap over the powder that we left on there. I don't really bake. I could use another brush, but this is just near. And I'm just patting it in to my under eyes where I put the setting powder. Like I said, I'm going for a wedding, so I'm trying to be a little bit more matte because I know I have combination skin. But I'm just now using the Zaron foundation again to kind of just make everything, blend everything together, the bronze, like the highlights together with the contour, everything. So it's just one face, okay? And not two different layers. So I'm going to use this Zaron lip pencil, Easy 18 Bold, to line my lips. I really love this pencil. It's like the perfect lip liner for the dark skin babe, even light skin. It's not too dark. See, it's so nice. Oh, I'm tempted to use it. I'm tempted to do a nude look now, but no, I'm doing a red look. Okay, ladies, so my lip color is done. I'm just going to touch on my last point, which is your overall appearance, ladies. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Yes, the first few points were more of like the behavior and how we comport ourselves, but this is now how we look. Even if you don't do too much and you know how to control your drinks and all of that, if you don't look the part, so the example I mentioned before, you walk into your room and you are not dressed the part, even if you're silent, that's when your silence now makes them forget about you. But if you're dressed the part and maybe you're still gauging, they're going to like, oh, who's that? Because again, our eyes, we are visual creatures. So that's when people really want to put die on the line on this point of it. It doesn't matter how you look. It's just a lie, because you yourself, you're attracted to certain things. When you see something on social media, there are things you stay longer on and things you skip. Why? Interest and what caught your attention at first. So it's always good when we groom ourselves, especially as ladies. Not that men shouldn't, but for our own well-being, and we all know like we're a bit more put together than they are. So like that's nails, body odor, everything. Like keep try to, not for anyone else, but for yourself first and foremost. Do it for yourself. When you look good, smell good, people, we can't deny, but it's nice. It's nice to be admired coming from men and women. So do it for yourself, and again, understand that there are advantages when you carry yourself a certain way, and especially when you want to get things done, because human beings are all visual creatures. Certain women will treat you better, some treat you worse. Topic for another day. When you look good and they're not threatened by you, they admire you, and they're more willing to listen to you because they're interested. You caught their attention. So that's another way of working smart and not hard. Okay, ladies, let me go change up, do my hair, and I'll be back to do the outro. Okay, Okay, loves, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my full face using Zaron Cosmetics. I am ready. Can't wait for you guys to see the vlog. Really feeling myself. Love my beat, love my dress, everything. If you guys would love to purchase any of the products I use, they are all links down below. Don't forget to use my discount code if you want some money off your order. I think this only applicable if you shop on their website, so feel free to shop, guys. Feel free. I love the product so much. I have no complaints. If I did, I'll let you guys know. I put guidelines and everything. I hope you also enjoyed the video. Again, we are all on this self-development journey together. No one is saying that you're not good enough or anything, but I do believe that change is the only constant thing, and no human being is perfect. So saying that you're not going to change because of blah, 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 doesn't really make any sense. So again, take it, leave it, still my opinion. I hope you loved this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.